Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's the Rodfather 916 in lime green for your viewing pleasure. Picture it. You're sitting at home and the phone rings. You say hello, they say hello. You don't recognize the person on the voice on the other end until they say, "Hey, it's such and such," and you go, "Oh." Turned out to be a distant relative or a relative who lives locally, but you rarely speak to, a friend, an acquaintance. You know them, but they're not in your circle. You don't hang with them on a regular basis. Maybe you see them only at parties or events, weddings, funerals, the 4th of July. The call is kind of awkward because there's no continuity. It's like talking to a stranger. It's not like a continuation of a conversation that you have with a friend. There's always, there's some continuity in the conversation. And then suddenly there's an awkward pause, and the person on the other line goes, "Hey, I was sick a few weeks ago, and I had an emergency, and I don't have sick pay, and as a result, I'm not able to make my rent in a week, and I'm gonna be evicted, or my car is gonna be repossessed, or my utility's gonna be off, or some type of emergency. And I really hate to call you. But I'm at a place, I'm at my wit's end. I've talked to my parents and my siblings, and they're not helping me, and my friends don't have it, and I'm just reaching out to you because I don't know what to do. I'm a desperate man. I wonder if you can help me out with $600." In your brain, you're doing this $600, but on the phone, you're being cool. $600. At the time, my wife and I were living paycheck to paycheck. If I lent any money to anybody, I would be dismembered in my sleep because there was no savings, no cushion, no nothing. We're in our 20s. There's no money. So I said, "Listen, I can lend you $200. Pause on the other end. "Okay, that'll help." I said, "Well, listen, meet me outside." And I drove to the ATM and waited for him out front. And he was there fairly quick. And before I handed him money, he grabbed both my hands and he said, "I can't tell you how much this means to me." And he had like a tear in his eye, and I was tearing up because that's what I do. And he said, "I'd like to pray." And I'm going, "Pray?" And in his prayer, he was holding both my hands, wiping a tear from his face, saying, "I thank God to have you and have Rodfather in my life. He's truly a good friend." And I gave him the money and he drove away. I'm going to be repaid in 2 weeks, which meant a couple bills are going to be late, but maybe I'll just write a bad check. Because that's what I thought. That's how I thought back in the day. Because I'd rather deal with the bank than deal with my wife. Y'all know. Don't play. And so 2 weeks come and pass. You know where this is going. And it's uncomfortable to ask for your money back. There was a transaction. You're going to pay me at this time. I don't want to ask. So instead of pulling up my Fruit of the Looms, I called a mutual friend. And I said, "Listen, I don't know what to do. Such and such owes me money, and it's now 3 weeks, and I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. And she said, he borrowed $6 from me. And he's not returning my calls. I called his machine back before we had voicemail. We had machines. I called his beeper, look it up. Nothing. So a couple of days went by and I was getting desperate. And so I called one of my friends and I said, hey, can I borrow $200? I think I can pay you back in 2 weeks. Actually had $200 at home. Didn't ask me anything. Asked me if I needed more money. Was I sure if I needed enough? That was enough. And he said, I'm not worried about it, Godfather. So cool. My life was spared for that month. No dismemberment at night. But I called him. I pulled up my Fruit of the Looms and I called him. I said, homeboy, this is the month. Well, I'm going through hard times. I'll get your money when I have it. I'll have it in another week. You know what happened. My friend called. He borrowed money from a whole lot of people. No one has heard from him. I'm much older. My kids are way grown. I'm not going to get in trouble for my kids telling their age, but they way grown, okay? I have no babies. But what I've learned over time is to think, pause. When I need money, I don't know about you, but when I need money, I can call any of my friends and get money. If they don't have it, I'm good. Because, the real world is real. I mean, some people don't have the money, but I've never been turned down if I needed money in any amount, anywhere from 20 to a few thousand. And I paid them back in most cases on time. If I couldn't pay them back when I said I would call them well before and say, listen, I'm running hard. I feel bad. I don't think they always liked it, but at least, it was a heads up. I know I said I was going to pay you this week. I don't look like I'm going to be paid the rest of the month. I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to do the best I can to get to you. I remember someone lent me several $100s. And when I got paid, I paid them before I paid anybody else. Sears can wait. But this could be their mortgage payment. But in paying them back, I didn't have enough money to pay my utilities, and my utilities were shut off. Never had any problem. There's a reason he can't borrow money from someone else. He chose you because he had a good heart. He knew he could manipulate you. They have a sixth sense. Villains do that. Yes, I call them a villain. They know how to manipulate. They could be your mother, father, sister, cousin, best friend. Because it's a good chance you're not going to say no. They know this. Playing you like a flute. There's a reason he can't borrow money, because he's burned other people. So you have to ask yourself before you dig in your wallet, in your purse, in your boo's bosom. Some people have bosom money. Before you lend some money, think about it. You've lived in this community all these years, and you contacted me, and I'm not in your circle. There's a reason. Yes, they may try to guilt you into, well, I have no one. I don't know what I'm going to do. Saying no, it's okay. If it affects your friendship, that person was never your friend. If you're feeling guilty about it in any way, donate money to the American Red Cross. There are food banks. There are many charities that would $5 would go a long way. Your choice is lend him money and feel foolish and being taken advantage of, or losing his friendship. Think about it. This is Rod Father, wishing everybody love, joy, peace, and happiness. Thank you a lot for watching. Take care now. Bye.